Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well. So, as I promised, I'm back with a tutorial explaining you how you can create your own SaaS landing page powered by Ninox database, Tillypay, and Builder.io. So, this is Ninox database. So, what you want to do is just head over to google.com and search Ninox database. So, Ninox provides you with an 1 month free subscription. So, after that, it's about $8 per month for the cloud plan. So, it's very cheap. So, whenever you create your account, it will show you a similar interface. So just create a new database. Press this button and it will create your new database. So I created a database called landing page. Let me just open it. So as soon as you open it, it will show you the tables present in the database. If there are no tables, just create a new table and name it as you like. So I created two tables here, page and user table. So whatever the elements that you see in the front end are stored in the page table. So whatever the text fields, whatever the URLs, whatever the features, whatever the options, whatever that is dynamic, that is stored in the page table. So all the user data is stored in the user table. So whenever a user subscribes to one of the plan, the user's data will automatically stored in the user table. So that is powered by an Integromat scenario. We'll see that at the end. So let me just open this page table and show you what are the components present here. So I created few columns, namely title, description, tagline, trusted tagline, text, feature 1, feature 2. So whatever you want to display in the front end, you can create the respective columns here in the Ninox database. So for an example, I named the title of my page as website builder and description as website builder startup and tag as trusted by 100 plus startups. So this is all test data. So you can, when you are creating your own data landing page, you will fill it with your own data. So here I created futures of my product, like feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, feature 4, feature 5. So this is all the data which will be displayed in your front end. So there's a little problem here with Ninox database. So this is like a rich text field. So for the data to be displayed in rich text field, you have to copy the data from your own text editor and paste it here. The text editor here present in Ninox is not that powerful. So what you generally do is you create your data in your own text editor. I prefer Google Docs and I will copy the data and paste it here. So in that way, you can customize each and every field present here in the rich text. That's it. So I will just show you how you can add fields to the database. So for me to add that data into the database, just press this branch icon. So it will show you options to edit field, add field. So let me just move my face over here. So you can edit me just press edit. So these are all the fields that are present in my database. So like title is a text field, trusted URL, these are all the text fields. So this future is a rich text. As I said before, the formatting in here in Ninox is not that powerful. So copy the data from your text editor and paste it into the rich text. So how to add columns to the table? So just drag it and drop it. That's it. That column will be created automatically. No need to worry about it. So let me just delete it. That's it. It's very simple. Just drag the column here and paste and drop it here. That's it. So you have to populate all the fields. So here your URL image 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all the URL columns. So you have to paste the image URLs here. So how did I get all these values? So let me just head over to Cloudinary database. So Cloudinary is like a storage platform to store all your images. So whenever you upload any image to Cloudinary, it automatically give a URL. So just copy that URL and paste it in your table. That's it. You are done. So it's very simple, guys. So how did I get this animation? So let me just play this animation for you. So this is a GIF component. It looks great, right? So this is a robot. This is a guy drinking or reading something. So How did I get this animation components? I will show you how I got it. So let's just head over to Lottie files. So Lottie is an animation platform created by Airbnb. So all these animations here are free to use. So let me just show popular things here. The animations are really great here. So what you have to do is just select any animation which you want. Just selecting it. And you need to download it as GIF. So there are many options here like Lottie, JSON, GIF archive, animated GIF MP4. So I will just download it as GIF component. After it's downloaded, I will upload it into the cloud database. So in that way, you will get an URL, similar URL similar to this. So you copy that URL and paste it here in the respective URL column. That's it. Simple, guys. So so the next part is like creating subscription URLs. So how I create subscription URLs is by Tillypay. So Tillypay is kind of an abstraction layer over Stripe. So it simplifies everything for you. So you can create payment links. So just send the payment link to your user, and as soon as he subscribes, the data will be automatically updated into the user table. That's how the scenario works. So I created like a few payment links, like startup, growth, business. So let me just show you how you can create your own payment link. So just let's create payment link, and there are two options for you, like recurring and single. So if it's a subscription model, you can go with recurring, or if it's like single payment, you can just select single. For this example, I'll just go with recurring. So you can name your payment link as you like. Let me just show like test link. Like amount you can specify in any form of currency like USD, Euro, anything as you wish. So let me just select 700 here. So you can specify the interval by just selecting this drop down here. So you can go with yearly or quarterly or monthly or by one. There are many as you wish. You can select as per your model. So you can provide a description there. So after the payment is done, you can even specify the redirect URL. So that's simple there. So the payment, everything is done here only. So it's so simple. Thanks to Tillypay, the subscription is done very easily. So after you created the subscription URL, so what you have to do is just copy this URL and paste it here in the respective column. So I created 3 subscription models like startup, growth, and business. So I paste those respective URLs in the respective columns here. That's it. It's done. So the backend part is done. So how do I connect this backend with the frontend? Is via Ninox API. So Ninox provides an API for us to get the data from our database. So let me just show you how you can do that. So if you press this settings icon here, it provides an option to share this view. In the sense, to share all the columns present in your current table. So like it can share in any format. So generally we will use JSON. So this is the URL. So let me just show you how the API looks like or the JSON looks like. So as you can see, there's a lot of content here. Don't worry about that. So here ID specifies the row number, title describes the title, and description describes the description. So it's simple. It's like a key value pair. Everything is key value pair. That's what JSON is all about. Okay. You got the API part, but there's small catch there. So you have to specify which columns the API will return. So generally, it will not return all the columns. Generally, some columns may be present here. So you need to drag those columns and paste it here so that it will be displayed in the API. So there's a small catch here. Make sure you specify all the columns which you want in your final API. That's it. Okay. So let me just head over to the front end. So front end is covered by builder.io. Builder.io is as powerful as Webflow. So whenever you create a account in builder.io, it will show you a similar kind of UI. So default, it will be having a text field. default to having a single page, so you can add as many pages as you want. So for this example, I created a page called home. Or let me just show you how you can create your own page. So wait a second for it to load. Okay, we are back. So here press the new page button here. You can name it as you wish. Let me just name it as land something as you wish. Okay. So you can start with a template. So you can start with blank template also. For this example, I chose this template. It's a very nice template as you can see. It even provides you like user reviews, about page. It's a complete template. So you can select that and you can customize it as per your wish. So I selected that template and I will show you how you can customize it. So this is the UI here. So there are many options that you can work with. Like you can add or you can insert all these elements here. There are many elements here, like carousel, tabs, accordion. You can even insert forms here. So it's a very powerful platform. So you can even style individual components according to your wish. So this is the text wheel. Let me just show you how you can style it. So as soon as you select any component, it will show you all the available options for you to work with. So you can even specify the width, you can even specify the rounding, you can specify the font, you can specify the margin, padding. You can even if you are familiar with coding, you can upload your CSS classes. So it's a very powerful platform. So there's data in the backend and there's the front end. So how do you connect it? So that's where the JSON or the API part comes into picture. So how do I connect these two things? Let me just head over to data part. So this data is like a dynamic data. You can fetch it from any external API. So here remote data specifies the source of the data. You can add your own data. So let me show you for example. You can add the name of the data like hi, and you can specify the API URL of that data. So as you can see, you just copy this URL and you paste it here. That's it. You can fetch the data immediately by doing this in this manner. So as soon as you done with adding a remote source, you must do like element binding. You have the data, but you don't know for which element what data should be fetched. Okay, like you are having 10 text fields, but you have to specify for which text element which data should be fetched. So that's where elemental data binding comes into it. So just press new element binding and select which data you want to work with. Here we are having only one data, so it automatically created as state.ola. That's the ola is the name of the remote data that is specified here. So this is a text field. So what I have to do is I have to choose text and I have to choose. For another example, I have to choose a text field and specify that it is what you want to fetch, how to fetch text from. So this what builder dialog does is it automatically passes the API and it shows you in a list form so that it will be easy for you to work with. So these values are all the columns present in our database, as you can see. So if you want to select this, just press enter. Done. Okay, as you can see, the data is updated. So whenever you update the data here, the data in the front end will be automatically updated. You don't need to do anything. Just specify the connection and reload the page. That's it. You are done. That's very simple. So in this way, you can even select the URLs. Here I selected the component as href and I selected the particular URL column from this drop down. It's really simple, guys. So URL about, URL image file, URL. I selected URL about for all the URLs here. So this is my Twitter URL, by the way. Okay. So that's very simple. That's how you do data bindings. So I will show you how to animate all these components. So let me show you how the animation works here. So as you can see, everything is animating here. So the columns are moving from left to right, right to left. So it's moving from top to bottom. So the animation is really cool. Really cool. Right? So, really cool. So the animation is really cool, right? So I will teach you how you can do that kind of animation. So select the component which you want to animate and just press the animate button here. So it will specify you when you want to animate, like when you are scrolling, do you want to animate when you're scrolling, or do you want to animate the first time in the page load, or when the user hovers over the component. So for this scenario, scrolling view is the best. Let me just select scrolling view, and you can select the kind of animation, like you want to fade in down, fade in right, or fade in left. You can specify it here. So for how much duration you want this animation to be done, that you want to specify here. Okay, simple. Just specify it and you are done. Let me just preview it. So as you can see, it's scrolling in from the right, it's fading in from the right. Simple, right? So in a similar way, you can animate all the components within here. So coming to the URL part, let me just select you and show you how I binded the data in the Ninox database with this field here. So this is the remote source, and I specify which component I want, that is a link URL, and I specified the particular subscription URL from the Ninox database. That's it. It's simple. You can easily get along by just tapping it and selecting the data field and selecting which particular URL you want. That's it. So the data binding part here is done. So I will show you, like, whenever the user subscribes to any particular plan, the data I said that data will automatically updated in the user page table. Let me just show you that table. So this is the database. Let me just open that user table. So I created few columns in the user table. So like customer name, when the plan is created, the email of that particular customer, and the plan he subscribed to. So how do I automatically get this data? Is by Integromat. So I know Integromat is a powerful platform to automate all your business. So let me just show you that scenario covering this. Yeah. So this is the scenario covering our demo here. So whenever a user subscribes, this scenario, whenever user subscribes to a particular plan, this scenario automatically runs. So I will just show you how it works. Here, what I'm doing is I'm looking for all the new events that are happening in my Stripe. So how you can do that is just press the add button here, and you want to specify what you are looking for. So there are many options here, like whenever a customer is created, whenever a customer subscription is created, or whenever a customer is created. So when do you want the scenario to run? That you have to specify here. So I specify, like, whenever a customer is subscribed to a particular plan, this scenario run. So I created my scenario in that manner. You can customize it as per your wish. That's it. So you have to specify it, and it automatically create a webhook for you, and that webhook will be automatically added to your Stripe account. No need to add manually. Okay? So after you've done this, so what Stripe does is it gets all the data related to the scenario, but it will not get the complete details of the customer. In the sense, it will not get all the details like the name of the customer, the email of the customer. For that, you have to use another module called Retrieve Customer Module. All these modules are pre-built in Integromat. Just select the Stripe account and select the module you want to work with. So for this scenario, I am getting the Retrieve Customer module, working with Retrieve Customer module. So here, in the watch events, it will Stripe will return you the customer ID. So just select that customer. Just select that customer here, customer ID here, and you will get all details related to the customer. That's it. So whatever details you want to add it in your database, that you can do it by selecting it here in the Ninox module. So as you can see, you can specify the name of the customer. You can specify the name of the customer here. The name of the customer. You can specify when the subscription plan is created. Here, there's a small catch here in Ninox database. It will not automatically format the date values for you. You have to format it manually. That's a small catch. So what you have to do is you have to use the format date function present here. So in order to access the function, you have to head over to the date and time, and you have to select. Okay. So let me just head over to the date column and specify the format date function. There are the format. So you have to just specify the format date function, and you have to specify the date value and in the which format you want to convert the date to. So Ninox automatically says in which format it accepts the date value. Just copy it and paste it in. That's it. You're done. And you can specify the email and plan ID by just selecting it from the previous module's output. That's what done. So in this way, the payment, front end, back end, everything is connected. In this way, you can create your own SaaS landing page with your own automation. So that's it for this tutorial, guys.
So I'll drop the links to all the relevant URLs in the description box below. So in the first week of next month, I'm planning to release a course on Integromat, which teaches you the topics from basics to advanced level. You will learn all the topics that you ever wanted to learn from Integromat. So it teaches you everything, including how to work from collections, array of collections, iterator, array aggregator, and I will also teach you how you can build your own Etsy aggregator, Twitter scheduler. So there are many things you will learn from that course. So I'll drop a link to a form below. So make sure to fill that form. And for all the people who will fill that form, I will give a 90% discount to my course. So make sure to fill that form. So that the form contains a description to what you want to see from the course. So I planned many scenarios to teach, but I want to know from you what you expect from the course. So make sure to fill that form, guys. Sayonara.